Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Frieza's 5 Minutes, where we have 5 minutes until the stationaries come up on stage and tell you all about the new Dragon Ball Super chapter. I'm Colby, joined here by Blake. Whoa, you son of a bitch. You piece of work.
I was holding my laugh the whole time.
And you guys suck. You guys suck. And Brian.
Alright, so for some context, Kobe's voice sounds a little different for some reason, and it's just
It sounds like you dropped like a couple octaves and like you're sexy now.
I don't appreciate you guys fucking with me.
But we're just gonna roll with it. We're just gonna roll with it.
It's part of the KTX lore. This is like a...
Oh, man.
Like a...
You've changed.
Alright, but really we're here to talk about...
I don't know who in the hell you are over and over again in my
but we're here for Chapter 90, Dragon Ball Super. So
Chapter 90.
Yeah, we're here, boys. Another month, another chapter. And for people who don't know, we're just going to go right through about what we liked, what we disliked about the chapter, try and keep it as brief as we can, and then give our final thoughts. So,
And as always, it's always recommended to read the chapter first, and it's going to be in the link below. Unless it's like 3 months out, then you're going to have to Google it. So.
Yeah.
Yep. I'll start us off, boys. I think the first page, that color page, looks great.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I like it.
Looks fantabulous. I'm still mad
got
about
blue
his hair,
hair.
but whatever.
Yep. His blue hair.
The blue hair? I
My
like his
hair
purple
is
jacket.
very light for some reason.
Well, so is Hedo's. Like, they have the same
Oh, yeah,
exact
you're
color
right.
on their hair.
Yeah.
I
It
think
looks
it's
like
just
a
a
poster
style thing.
behind them, and it's just like poster colors almost.
Yeah.
That's
I
pretty
mean,
cool.
it looks awesome, but
Yeah.
yeah.
I noticed, I thought of Brian immediately when I started reading this chapter, because Krillin
Is it the
doesn't
police
look...
thing?
Well, yeah, Krillin doesn't look like a tiny little baby in the first page.
He doesn't.
In the first page? Oh,
Yeah, he has
like
the very
actual
first panel.
page.
You know, like, in the very first
Right.
panel, he's, like, questioning
Oh,
somebody,
yep,
and
yep.
he's, like, not a baby.
He's not
I mean,
a
that-
baby.
I mean, you can't see either of those people's feet. He could be on like a little stool, and that
Well-
could be that guy's knees at the bottom. So
Well, if you keep reading on, like, in the store, the convenience store thing,
Yeah.
he looks good. I don't know, he's as tall as... He's a little, like, maybe even a little taller than some of the zombies.
I mean, you do see him in the little doorway, and his legs are kind of spread apart, making him a bit shorter. So hey, you know, I
Yeah,
mean, it
it's
could
the
be like a
perspective of the
dollhouse. So
perspective.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You just
It's
can't
funny
give
you
it to him.
said you thought about me when you looked at Krillin in the first few panels, because for the beginning of the chapter before it got to the dance, I was like, what the hell they do to my boy Krillin? Why is he using a gun? Why does he have a gun? He doesn't need a gun.
It's really true.
I'm like, what did they do to you? I was
true.
complaining to my girlfriend at the time of reading. I'm like, he used to be like capable, like pretty much capable by the end of Z. What the hell happened?
It
What
is,
the
I don't
heck's
know, but
going
at least
on?
we get a panel of him holding a gun. Like, that's pretty fun,
Yeah.
right?
And he's still like, I don't know, he's still got some smarts, I guess. Like, he still like understands everything, and
I thought
like it's
he was
still
gonna
like the
get-
old Krillin in that sense. But I'm just like, god damn, man.
Yeah,
Why?
well, I thought he was gonna get jobbed towards the end of the chapter with the last encounter.
Yeah.
And I'm glad he didn't.
Oh yeah, me too. I thought
So,
that was it for our boy.
Kind of going off what Brian said about the flying thing, or like about like Krillin in general. Something that I was kind of like upset about, but then they fixed it 2 pages later. So when like Krillin and the gang and his like police officer friends, they show up at the dance, and then like Hedo gets away, and then you know he drives away in the car, and Krillin's like, "Damn, he got away." I'm like, dude. You can fucking fly. You know how
Yeah,
fast
dude.
Krillin can probably fly?
Yeah.
And he's saying like, oh, this car just is too fast for me. I'm not even gonna try. But then 2 pages later, you see the guy flying. I'm like, okay, maybe
Yeah.
like it was.
Well-
he just wanted to tail them.
Well, the whole page he
think
says
he
that he says I'll go after him alone and stay out of sight.
Yeah, I'll go after him alone later, I think is what he says.
Yeah. So I'm wondering if like he's not using ki blasts or flying. You know, he's using that stupid little scooter because he doesn't want his his people on the Force to know he can do these things for some reason.
That's what I always assumed. Like, because when he was first Officer Krillin in Resurrection F, and he had the dumb scooter, and he was just like a dude.
I think I think it's a dumb assumption because they could just tell us that. Like, they didn't give us a reason. Otherwise, we're just left to speculate, which I don't think is really, cool. But
I agree.
I am glad that he wasn't just like, oh no, he got away. Like you said, like the dude can fly at like supersonic speeds, you know. But one thing that made me smile a lot in this chapter was towards the beginning when Goten was riding Nimbus and he's playing like his Game Boy or whatever. I thought that was really cute.
Yeah. His little headphones and shit.
Dude, yeah.
Capsule
it's
Corp
so
headphones, I should say.
Yeah. They have a monopoly on everything.
Beats by Bulma.
It beats by Bulma.
I just made that joke before you.
I know. Brian, we said that pretty much the same thing at the exact same time.
I win. I win.
All right, I'll give it to Brian.
Yeah.
One thing I liked was on page 8 when that one guy said, Trunks has got swag to spare.
Yeah.
Where is
Go.
it? Oh, yeah.
Go.
Fuck.
No, but what's I was okay with whatever him being like Trunks has got swag to spare, but then he says so he's probably got a date, like
probably already got a date.
Yeah,
Hey,
I'm like,
slang,
do they really
man.
have to?
All these kids these days, they can barely
Yes.
speak English,
Yep.
or I
Yep.
guess
Kids.
Japanese.
Kids these days.
Exactly.
What was her name? The girl's name?
Flyer.
Yeah, Flyer. Yeah.
Oh,
No,
yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
Filer.
Filer.
Is
Filer,
it Filer?
Right.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
Filer.
Filer. What is that supposed to be? 'Cause it's all school
Maybe
stuff,
like
you know.
Well, like maybe it's like literal,
nail
like in like a drawer, like a filer.
Oh, like a
like an
file.
office
Yes.
thing.
Okay. I didn't even think of
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Thank you. That's great.
Yeah, that's
Um,
what I thought, because they're all like puns.
I'm glad that's consistent, just like the band name, the Stationaries. Although, the band being called the Stationaries is fine, but why do they have a banner above the band that says Rain Jack Dance Party?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I don't have the answers for you.
I thought that was their band name, and I was like, oh, that's some typical Japanese weird English type name thing, you know.
Yeah.
But I don't.
I guess that's just the name of the school dance.
I thought it was the name of the school. Yeah.
No, it's the name of the school dance because you see it on the flyer, with like Clean God and shit.
Oh yeah, Rain Jack Dance Party. Oh yeah, I see that.
Yeah.
Wait, so the school
Clean God will be there.
Oh, and he
Oh,
was.
No, it's Blue Hall High School.
Oh yeah, it is. I see it right there. Who the hell is Rain Jack?
What the hell?
Who the hell? Well, anyway.
Yeah, what do you
so
guys
anyway,
think of my suit of armor?
Loved it. I thought that was awesome.
You freaking dressed up to go to the Met Gala.
It looked uncomfortable.
I also like how she had a gun.
Yeah, it looked like a little water gun, but I guess it didn't look like a traditional like handgun.
Yeah, she's
or
packing
something.
heat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought she looked great. I actually really liked Maya in this chapter because
Yeah,
she's
I agree.
definitely on her own agenda.
Mhm.
Although I don't
I
like.
didn't.
Why?
She's using Trunks.
Yeah, I
She's
don't like how
using
she's
our boy.
gaslighting him.
She's using him for her own agenda, as you're saying.
Yeah.
It's
No,
not
you're right.
It's not right. My boy deserves
No,
better.
I mean, at the end, she was like, "Yeah, we'll go on a date, whatever, if you catch."
She's
this
just
douchebag."
Yeah,
saying
that's
that for
gaslighting.
him to go.
Listen,
she doesn't mean it. She's no way she could fall in love with him because she's way
like,
older.
he's a bum.
it's gonna work out. It's gonna work out.
I liked her until that point where she agreed to go on dates just to like shut him up.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I don't.
Yeah.
Am I right, fellas? What'd you guys think of the fight at the end?
With the
Our boy
Dino
went
android?
Super Saiyan.
The dinosaur.
Yeah.
Dinosaur didn't go Super Saiyan. Our boy Goten went Super Saiyan.
Yeah.
Finally
Yeah, that's
happened.
good.
He can do it.
I like their team attacks.
Cyclone style tornado double hurricane.
Yeah, that was dope.
Yeah,
Really
I want to know
silly.
where the Dinoroid #1 fits on the power scaling chart.
Probably around like second form cell is my guess.
Holy shit.
I mean, that's pretty
Oh
strong,
my God.
honestly.
That's pretty dope.
Right next to El Grande Padre.
Yeah, exactly.
The
Listen,
the
guys.
fight. Oh yep.
No, go on. Go on. No,
I
go
said the fight was pretty cool. I like the design of the Padre
on.
Dino.
Dinominoid.
Yeah, the
Padre
Dinobinoid.
Dinosaur.
The I liked. It was basic, pretty basic. It's just like a Frankenstein dinosaur-looking thing, but I thought it still looked cool. He kind of looks like a Digimon, which I
Yeah, a little
appreciate.
bit.
Yeah.
And
I thought the fight was
fight
pretty
Mhm.
pretty neat. I agree, Cole. Pretty neat. Definitely put Krillin in a capable light again, which
yeah,
I really appreciate. Krillin is far from my favorite character in the Dragon Ball IP, but
sure.
like I did start enjoying him when he became less of comedy. What's that term when the character's just there for comedic effect? I appreciate when he
Comic
became
relief,
more than
yeah.
just comedic effect as time went on
Yeah.
in Dragon Ball, and it seems he's getting back to that point again, where he's actually doing something in the story that means anything at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would like to see him take on more of like, Piccolo is a mentor to Gohan in a lot of different ways, but I think he could teach the boys like responsibility in some ways, right? Because he's a police officer, he's human. I think he could adopt that role pretty easily.
Oh, for sure. It
Yeah,
kind of
definitely.
already has started to almost.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I doubt they'll go further with it, but it'd be nice if they did.
Yeah, we can hope.
What was I about to say? Oh, it's interesting that they are taking Hedo and making him more sympathetic, like early. You know what I mean? Like he's not necessarily evil.
I mean, he was never like a bad guy. He was just kind of a.
Sure.
Yeah.
But when you meet him in the beginning of the movie,
bum.
our first introduction to him, he
Yeah.
kills a lot of people with a grenade.
It's implied for sure,
It's
but
Could be one of those,
They
like,
sounded like they were a
grenades
bunch of
that
assholes. So like, did they deserve it? Maybe.
Yeah, but I think what it does is it'll make his redemption towards the end of like the movie time, whatever they do with that, more believable.
True.
He had a cute picture with Clean God. That was cool.
Yeah, so I want to bring that up.
Okay.
I feel like this chapter is gaslighting me.
Okay.
Cause
Okay.
listen, I am so confused. So Krillin gets the case with the disc, and he opens it, and it's an autograph with
Right.
Clean God to Dr. Hedo, right?
Yeah.
And then what do you call it? Friggin' Dr. Hedo says that like the disc is thrown away and he put his little thing in there. But the implication is that it was always in there. But if you go back 2 chapters or last chapter, I don't remember which one, Trunks has the disc and he puts it in the computer and he sees Cell Max. So I'm very confused.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Yeah. But was it like hidden in a compartment or something? This case
Like
is
maybe
ideal
they'll
size.
discover that
No.
like it was below something or whatever. But I don't know. It sounds like there was never a disc.
I also
Like,
thought it
that's
was
the
kind
way
of
it's-
weird. I agree with you wholeheartedly. I think it was what
I
was
had to
gonna say.
look at the previous chapters and be like, okay, I didn't imagine Trunks physically holding the disc and looking at Cellmax.
Yeah, it threw me off too. I'm very confused about this case and the disc and where it is or where it has been. I just think it was that consistently conveyed.
I agree. Brian, thoughts?
Well, it seems I don't know. What do you want me to talk about? What I think is gonna happen next chapter? Or do you want more thoughts about the disc, lack thereof?
I'm gonna say hold off on any predictions because I have something to say after we wrap up any more likes or dislikes.
Okay. Oh, I will say one thing. I do enjoy how the students are starting to figure out the very obvious thing that Trunks and Goten are the clean boys or whatever they call themselves.
Clean
The
boys.
Clean Boys.
We're the clean
boys.
lads.
Axe body spray boys. Because they were like, why does this dude show up every time Goten leaves? He's like, I don't know, this true is weird. And I'm like, I just wonder how that big reveal is gonna go. But I'm glad they ain't fooling anyone.
Yeah.
They don't have to.
For sure.
Agreed.
Anything else, Colby? If that's your
I'm
real
just going
name.
through it really quick. I don't think so. I mean, we didn't talk about beta number 7, but there's really nothing to talk about. It just kind of showed up.
Isn't that the Elvis?
Yeah, Elvis boy. Kind of
I liked his underwear.
His
Yeah, me
underwear
too.
was good.
And
I'm
Beta
surprised
shows up
nobody
again
said.
briefly.
Yeah,
Besides,
Beta's
nobody
there
said
for some
anything
reason.
about Trunks' fit, how he looked good in a tux.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
I thought it was unspoken. Like, it was like, all right, agree that he looks great.
I think the shot of him and Dr. Hedo, like, waiting for Clean God. looking,
Oh,
like,
yeah,
side by side.
yeah.
Cute. Very cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
with their
cute.
stupid smiles. Yeah, that's real.
Yeah.
I think, for some reason, I think this is, so far, like, I just really enjoy a lot of the art in this chapter.
Yeah, I agree.
But anyway,
I think
that's
it's
my last thing. Oh, yeah.
I think it also, like, because we're not looking at, like, fucking dude, I don't even remember the antagonist. The
Gas?
one that pissed his pants. Yeah.
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 Yeah,
Just not looking at him.
Pee pee poo poo
Yeah,
boy.
pee boy.
Goku and Vegeta fight pee pee boy.
On this exciting water sports episode of Dragon Ball Z.
So this would be the point in the episode where we talk about predictions. I got some good news and bad news. What do you got? What do
Okay.
you guys want to hear first?
Give me the bad news.
Yeah, give me the bad news.
Bad news. This mini arc is over, baby. We're going right into the movie retelling.
Boo hoo! Ha ha ha! Boo hoo!
What's the
That,
good
that's
news?
also there is no good news.
What the fuck? What a piece of shit.
Um,
That was my
So we
prediction.
are.
I was like,
So we are getting a movie.
my prediction
retelling.
was
that's the latest and greatest from what I've heard.
How do we
that
feel?
was,
Wolves?
I
I was
will
just about to go
say-
into that. Yep.
Now we can go into predictions. I hope. Well, I'm gonna say less so prediction and more so hope. I hope they keep this cast around for the movie retelling.
I
Like
agree.
we see
Wholeheartedly.
what they're doing, but we also see like Piccolo and Pan and fucking Gohan looking at some bugs and shit. You know.
Yeah, bugs, Super Saiyan ants.
Kobe didn't seem too thrilled when I broke the news to him. What are your thoughts?
No,
brother?
no.
What's going on?
Now that I'm
my
thinking
boy?
about it more, I'm actually excited because both of you already know, and then if people watched our superhero review, they'll know that I wasn't the biggest fan of the movie. Namely, its climax and a lot of what that was. So I think this is a really good chance to fix what I thought was wrong with that the problem I had. So I think going more into Gohan and building up something greater. I mean, maybe sell Max to be even cooler. I mean, I say cooler. I don't think he was cool to begin with. So, like, actually make him interesting in some way.
Yeah.
Like, there's just so much possibility here, which I'm excited for. What I'm really afraid of is that they just follow the movie pretty closely, and now the next 12 months of our lives are just going to be this crap.
Well, let's hope it's not that.
Yeah. What about you, Brian?
No, I agree. I was wondering at the end of the chapter, I'm like, oh, he's in jail now, so does this mean that we're going into the movies? Is the big lead up? But as you were hoping for more and that the cast stays, it did show a lot of more background characters. We do have a lot more people in the story. That would be a shame if they just kind of, tossed aside. Even if they don't get like many big parts. Just that they're still there, like Mai and Pilaf and Bulma and even some of the other students, or even some of the other betas.
Oh yeah, I agree with that. More androids.
Just like even if it's like side gag stories or something like that, it'd be nice just to break things up a little bit, because I think they're gonna need more than just the movie material in order to give us something kind of substantial.
Agreed.
One would hope.
Agreed.
But before we get to Blake, I want to direct you boys to page 47.
I'm looking
47.
right now.
47.
Goten's holding a disc. That's broken.
Where?
Oh, he is.
Or is
Right
that
after-
donut? Okay, I'm
Ho, ho.
zooming
He
in.
does.
That's a disc.
Oh,
It's a
wow.
broken disc.
I like his
Oh,
face
what the
too.
fuck, man?
Oh, good to know.
I
good to
feel like
know.
I'm gaslighted extra now.
Gaslit.
I went down and I noticed it. And I'm like, wait a goddamn second.
Yeah, it looks like he pulled it out of the trash
Whatever.
or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
That just gives me more questions than answers.
I know, really. Well, Blake, any other predictions? Anything you're excited about for?
I just I hope for a little more. I mean, you can only tell so much story in like an hour and a half,
Sure.
and I hope like this is their opportunity to flesh out that superhero story more.
Mm-hmm.
I hope Videl is in it more.
Yeah.
Relevancy.
She won't.
I also hope sicko mode Gohan looks better.
Like drawn
Yeah, so he doesn't have the
Well,
giant stupid hair.
specifically by Toyotaro.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm very excited for that. Just
Cool.
like redeem it, man. In my eyes, redeem it.
I mean, I think the form's cool, but it's also
I
like
think
dumb. You
Just
know,
like
in a
shrink
dumb
the
way.
hair. All I need is like shrink the hair. Everything else is badass. Just shrink it.
But
Yeah.
cell games.
Yeah.
All right, boys. Let's give our let's give our fingies.
All right, Brian. How many fingies out of 5 minutes do you give Dragon Ball Super Chapter 90?
I mean, I'll give it 3.75 fingies because we're finally out of the arc. And we're getting to the meat and potatoes.
All right. Blake.
I give this chapter a 5 minutes out of 5.
Oh
I thought this was a great chapter, despite the
Damn.
gaslighting. I
Amazing.
wish like this sub story went on for like a little bit longer, but like if we're going right into superhero, like I'm excited, and I think this was like a good lead in to give more like, and it fleshed out Dr. Hedo, it fleshed out Goten and Trunks, and all, and even
Mai.
Officer Krillin got the spotlight. So a solid 5 out of 5 fingies. Colby,
Incredible.
what do you think?
Incredible. I would give chapter 90 4.5 fingies.
Whoa.
out of 5.
Are you like Are you like putting like a finger half down?
Yeah,
You're holding
absolutely.
up your,
Just
your
like
5 fingers.
yeah. It's
Damn.
it's very close. I think this is definitely the best chapter so far.
I agree.
The arc, right? Since we started, it like you said, I just liked what they did with all the characters. Really, it made me smile a lot. You know,
Yeah.
Whether it's Goten on his little handheld thing, whether it's Mai in the armor, which is really cool. Them doing the team attack, like it's just fun. I think it's really fun. I think it really encapsulated everything that was good about this arc and cut out a lot of the fluff. Maybe some of the things that didn't work. I hope they don't, blow it. I think they got something good going on here. We'll see where it goes.
You blow it.
You blow it. All right.
It was a good
Well,
chapter. Despite my 3.75, I enjoyed it a lot.
that's a good rating. 3.7. That's
Yeah,
above
it's a good rating.
average.
Yeah.
All right, boys. We'll see everybody next time on Frieza's 5 minutes. I don't remember how we close the show.
Goodbye.
Oh, hail Frieza! Hail
Goodbye.
Frieza! Hail Frieza!
Oh, hail Frieza.
Oh, all right.
Say it. Say the line.